Hi guys, welcome back to Unfiltered Kitchen, where we have not been back in a while.
Let me tell you something. I've been recording.
Where?
She hasn't been pushing the button though.
Oh wow!
I've been doing mine.
Wow.
No, actually, probably the reason we haven't been on is because I took a little hiatus.
Yeah, blame him.
Yeah.
No, in all honesty, I feel like we've both been going at full speed, but in two different directions, and not the same direction at all. And it's okay. I'm getting
What direction you been going?
Like this. I'm going like crisscross. That's how I feel right now in my head.
My direction's been like this.
Oh, you're out of here.
Give me a ride. Give me a reason. Give me a bit.
I'm just trying to float. I'm just trying to stay up right now.
It's all right. It's all right. You know, that's you know what though? I'm gonna tell you something. You're an earner, you're a grinder. You'll be fine.
I'm trying, but I feel like every time I get a little bit like, okay, I can breathe today, then something else is like,
something else comes. Yeah.
It's like, no, just kidding. Like, today I felt like I was getting slapped in two different million directions. Just slap here, slap here, slap here, slap here. And then I was filming Teen Mom. We've been filming for the new season that just got announced. Our new season starts on May 30th. So if you guys have been watching Teen Mom Family Reunion, that airs on Wednesdays. Now on May 30th, Teen Mom next chapter is going to start on Thursdays. So make sure you check out the new season. But we've been filming the new season for a long time. So I'm kind of actually getting near the end of filming for this season. And today I was filming and I just got off of a shoot in a different location. We were in Seattle. So it was a lot to film in Seattle and then fly home and then jump right back into filming. Like there's no like day in between or anything. So it was overwhelming for the kids more than it was for me.
Did you go to the Pike?
I don't really know what area we were in.
You were in Seattle.
It was kind of like far from everything though, it felt like. So it was like too much for the kids. Like Ryder was like very like moody and stuff today. She didn't really want to film, and I'm never going to make her film, but she was like, I needed a break. Like we were just with them for a long time and now I need a break. But I'm like, I still have to grind through it because it's my last day of the shoot, right? So I'm in my office, which is our downstairs like guest room, and they had just set up to do a diary cam, which means like those shots you see if like we're sitting on a chair or a bed and the background looks all nice, and it's not really like a scene. It's just more of like us talking to the camera. You know what I'm talking about?
In Seattle?
No, I'm talking about here. This happened today. So we're set up. We're doing that, right? JC, who's my producer, is like asking me a question. First question he's asking me. And I'm looking at him and I'm looking at the floor and I'm like, why is the floor wet with soapy bubbles? And he doesn't have a drink in his hand. Like I was trying to figure out, where is this water coming from? And he's like looking at me like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, what is that puddle next to you? And we realized.
Jay peed on himself?
I swear I was like, JC, what is happening? So,
Chey, man, you peed on yourself. Come on, bro.
The bathtub was getting drained from upstairs.
Okay.
And somehow the soapy bubbles were downstairs. There was this like thing on the wall. I'll show you when we're done. I'm going to find a picture for you guys. It's a leak.
Oh, that's not cool.
Oh, but you can see this thing on the wall where you can see is connecting to the wall, right? It's like this white capsule thing and it's on the wall. And if I touched it and I could see the water's coming out of it. But if I took that application thing off the wall, the water was probably shooting at me. And I was just like, and this is after I already got slapped around 1,000 times today with other stuff.
Wait a minute. So you have a
leak.
A leak in the wall?
Well, we talked to the plumbing people because we have a new house. Like this house is 2 years old. Like it is a brand new house. Why are the soapy bubbles from upstairs downstairs? Like, please explain that to me. Mind you, we've had not as many problems of people in our community, but we've had our fair share. Like, we have a brand new house, and for months our fireplace didn't turn on. Our dishwasher's been broken forever. Like, there's just so many things that have gone wrong with the house that I'm like, wow, I didn't know this happens in new builds. And
oh yeah, without a doubt.
today it hit me again. So the guy who we talked to thinks that like the nail hit a pipe and that's what's squirting out. And he's like, hopefully it's not in the wall. And I'm like, it's coming out of the wall. Like it has to be somewhere.
And is anything nailed on that wall?
Yeah, the thing that is holding it in. I'm going to show you because it's not making sense right now. Right. But there's like a thing over it, and that is where all the water is coming from. And I swear, I was just like, okay, all right. Today's my day of like, what else? Give me something else because it just loaded on me today because I just woke up and was just getting all over the place. Around, huh? Yeah, so that was my day. And then after that, it was really hard for me to keep filming because I was just so checked out because all I'm thinking about is they're going to have to break my wall open probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I might be able to fix it. I'm that guy.
Dad, there is soapy bubbles downstairs.
Yeah, I don't know if I can fix that one, tell you.
That should not be downstairs.
I was just trying to be a little positive for you.
Oh, yeah, no. After that, I was like, all right, you guys can leave now. It had nothing to do with them. But I say my whole point of my story was that I shoot a lot for Teen Mom. And then we're constantly on Snapchat. We love being on Snapchat because we can just be our like real authentic selves, daily life. No like setup. It's just like in the raw, in the moment stuff. But we do that all day, 9 times out of 10, right? And then I also shoot for Think Loud Crew. And then getting on your schedule to shoot here.
Yeah, seemed like you'd be.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of out of shit to talk about.
Oh, I can talk about some shit. What do you want to talk about? Yeah.
Tell me a story.
Okay, I got a story for you. Let me see. All right. I got a story.
An appropriate story.
No, this is a good story. This is a good story. Hopefully it motivates somebody. I slipped a little bit.
Okay.
First, the story starts about 2-3 years ago when I was driving down Camarillo one day. You don't have a lot of homeless people out here, but I saw this guy, blanket on, walking down the street, no shoes on.
Okay. So this was a few years ago.
It was a few years ago.
Okay.
I'm still thinking about it now, though, you see.
Yeah.
When I saw him, I just kind of looked, and I kept driving, and I said, well, maybe I should pull over and give him my shoes. Mm-hmm. But I didn't. I just kept driving.
Okay.
And as I'm driving, I'm thinking maybe I should turn around, but I didn't. Just kept driving.
Okay.
So I've always thought about that, and I said, you know what? If I ever see somebody that doesn't have shoes again, I got to give them. If I don't have any extra shoes, I got to give them the shoes off my feet. Mm-hmm. I can always go home and give them some more shoes, So I thought about, that just happened, and that was a couple years back. Now, that's just setting everything up, okay? So now another thing happened to me, still part of the same story.
Okay.
I always tell you never let money, make you go crazy.
Yeah.
Money makes people go crazy. It makes them do dumb shit. People go to jail, people kill each other, people, dumb shit over money.
Yeah.
Okay? So I always try to tell my kids, and I try to tell myself, don't make a big deal out of it. You may lose money, you may loan it and never get it back. Let it go. Don't hold it against the person. You can if you want to, but no. Somebody may steal from you, but let it go because the grip of money got them. That doesn't mean it needs to get you. Mm. Okay? So I try to be very careful about it, and I try to be very forgiving because I know most people, money gets them. When I say I try to be careful that it doesn't get me. So
that you don't react the way that you see other people react.
So that I don't hold on to it too tight.
Okay.
Okay? So one day, I was in a McDonald's. I rarely go to McDonald's because I don't. I was
about to say, when were you at McDonald's?
I don't dig McDonald's anymore because of all the McDonald's.
All right, you were at McDonald's. You were at McDonald's and what?
I saw some stuff on Instagram and TikTok about McDonald's.
Oh God, TikTok will have you eating air.
Yeah. So
everything has something.
But
in it.
There was one day I was playing poker, and I just needed to break away from the table. Okay, away from the game for a minute. So I went to McDonald's to get a chicken sandwich.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there eating my chicken sandwich. I decided to go in and just sit down and eat because I just wanted to just get away from all the pressure of the game for a minute.
Okay.
This young man comes up to me. Looks like he's probably a student, maybe not a student, maybe a little bit older. He's got one of those things that you pedal.
A scooter?
A scooter, okay. He doesn't look homeless. He doesn't look dirty. He doesn't look, downtrodden or anything. And he says to me, comes and he passes other people, walks right over to me. And he says, "Excuse me, sir, you think you can loan me $1 so I can get something to eat?" I thought about it for about 2 seconds. I said, "Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the counter. Let's get you something to eat." So I go up there and I said, go ahead and order. I mean, you need a couple dollars? Yeah, I got you covered. So he's looking and he ordered, I don't know what he ordered. Guy said, $8.29.
Okay.
And the guy's just standing there. Well, I'm just standing there.
Okay.
I'm like, well, you said you need a couple dollars.
You were going to only give him $1.
No, I was going to give him whatever the balance he needed.
But you thought he was going to put something up and then you were going to cover the rest.
Yes, come with something and then I'll cover you. I got you covered.
Okay.
Well, when he didn't come with nothing but a look at me, I was like, man, that wasn't the deal.
Okay. Did you tell him that?
Yes. I said, man, that's not what you said, man. You said you need a couple dollars to get you something to eat. Now you got something, I got the rest. And he just kind of looked at me with a look of disappointment, not anger, just disappointment. He turned around and walked out. Well, I was in a much better position than him.
Maybe when he said, "Can I get a couple of dollars to get something to eat?"
He
needed you to cover the whole thing.
And I could have covered the whole thing. Easily. I mean, granted, you heard me say I just got through playing poker.
Yeah.
Which means I put anywhere from $250 to $1,000 up for grabs.
Right.
That I may not win a ding with, may just be lost money. So could I have covered his little $8? Without a doubt.
Yeah.
So that particular time, I let money get the better of me. And as much as I tried, it still got me. But I checked myself later. And I said, Kyle, you understand, talking to myself, I said, Kyle, you understand what just happened? Yeah. You let money beat you up. Even if this young man wasn't homeless, or even if he did have money, you could have still done whatever. Because if he had a pocket full, he wouldn't be asking you. Yeah. Okay?
And it takes a lot of humility to ask somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't handle it well. Okay? So I'm a big believer in karma. So since that happened, I've been trying to find a way to fix it. To get my karma right. And I lost at poker that day too. I kept blaming it on what happened at McDonald's.
Goddamn McDonald's. Yeah. You should have spent that $8.
Yeah, without a doubt. So this is
how long did it take you after the situation at McDonald's to realize, like, damn, I let money rule?
Time I walked back over to finish my meal.
Oh, so it was quick.
I just said, I tripped out. I actually went back out and looked to see if he was still around hanging out, but he was gone. It didn't take long. Yeah. But still, it still got the best of me. Yeah. In that quick second, I didn't make the right decision. Yeah. So this is still part of the setup. So understand, I've seen this homeless guy, no shoes. I could have done something. I didn't do it. I always talk to people. I always talk to you about money. Don't let money, wrap you wrong. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it does to so many people. But just don't try. You got to fight that temptation. Yeah. Okay. To people online talking about, somebody borrow money, they didn't pay me back. I said, look, don't be mad. Be happy that you're the one that could loan them the money, not the one that has to borrow the money. Write it off. I'm doing all this high talking, and then when it was my turn, I blew it. It happens. It's a work in progress. Okay? Yeah. So. And now I realize this. I said, Kyle, you got to fix it. And I'm still 2 years later thinking about the guy walking down the street that I didn't help. So you know what I do now? I now keep in my car, in my trunk. I just went to my closet. I said, what do I don't wear? Yeah. I said, I haven't worn this leather jacket in 3 years. Threw it in my trunk. This sweatshirt, it's got a little spot. I don't really wear it. Throw it in my sweatshirt. A couple shirts. I throw it in my trunk, and I got 2 pair of shoes. You know, one's a nice pair of tennis shoes. One's a kind of like a Van. Mm-hmm. Okay? So I just keep them in there in case I ever run across somebody who I think needs it. Mm-hmm. Okay? So now, let me set the last part of this up. I want you to picture a guy that is definitely homeless.
Okay.
Happens to be a brother. Little husky. Mm-hmm. The kind that's walking, no shoes. The pants are too long. They're dragging on the ground. Kind of bald hairs all matted. I forgot what he had on top. Something. Driving down the street, you could tell he smells. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yeah.
Driving down, I'm over by Pop's house, coming down Los Angeles. I see him. No shoes, walking. Somebody had just bought him something from McDonald's.
Crazy.
He's eating the burger. He's ripping off the wrapper. He's... Oh, I got excited. He's ripping off the wrapper, throwing the paper on the ground.
He was hungry.
Chowing down. I saw him. I said, there he is.
This is my time.
It's my time. I hit a U-turn in the middle of Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a busy street in LA. I hit a U-turn. Boom, boom, boom. Took up in the parking lot, drove down because he's walking this way. I drove a little bit in front of him, pulled in the parking lot, jumped out of my car, popped the trunk open, went back. These shoes damn near new. They're actually not in age new, but they look new. I'm sorry, I'm wearing them.
Why do I have so much anticipation for what happens next?
Man, I was brand new. I'm like, bro, I grabbed the shoes, I grabbed the sweatshirt. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, he's walking, he's coming at me. I'm like, bro, pair of shoes and a shirt. Mm-hmm. And he looked at me, and he had a little smile on his face. This is what he did.
He said no.
I said, bro, you don't want the shoes? He just looked at me and smiled.
Why not?
I don't know why. I don't know why. But it was this, I guess you never know what a person's need is.
He said, I'm good with my bare feet in my outfit.
He kept on walking, but he said, it's almost like, I don't know if I took it. This is the way I took it. Okay. I took it like, man, thank you. But no, I'm cool. I'm cool with my bare feet.
Oh, dang. I really thought that was going to be your moment.
Well, you know what? It still was a good moment.
Yeah, it still taught you something.
And let me tell you something. I was probably just as thrilled to see the man smile.
Yeah.
And wag his finger at me.
Yeah.
What you think I need and what I need. It was almost like, man, I know how I look, but look, I'm cool. Yeah. I'm good in the game. So
what you think I need and what I really need could be way different.
Yeah. It still worked for me because I did what I'm trying to do.
Right. Regardless of how it's met, you still showed up how you wanted to show up in that moment.
And that's the way I want to show up. Yeah. And I would challenge everybody that's listening.
Yeah.
Go to your closet. I don't know what city you live in if you have a homeless population. We have one here. So when I go to work, I'm always on the look because I pass through parts of not necessarily Skid Row, but I'm not far from it.
Yeah.
So I always, when I get off freeway, there's an exit. I'm always on the look, but I challenge everybody. If you got some extra things, put it in your trunk, put it in a little bag. I don't care, put it in a bag. Just have it in the back.
I liked that. That was a cool story.
Yeah, I thought it was a good story.
We try to teach the kids that as far as paying it forward, and we will purge, like with toys. The kids get so much stuff, guys. And I know that they get so much stuff. I know I buy way too much stuff, but on top of that, they just get so much stuff. And Ryder's used to it now. We'll go in her room, we'll get like 3 trash bags, and we'll go through clothes that are too small or shoes that she's outgrown. And then I ask her, okay, now pick some toys that you know you have not played with, that if some other little girl would love to play with. And I think the first time she did it, she was like, I don't want to give any of my stuff away. You know, what the heck? I don't care if I play with it or not. It's mine. And then explaining to her, like, there's some little girls who don't have any toys. And what if you had no toys? And then she would reluctantly put it in the bag. But now it's something that kind of excites her to be able to do it. And I really like seeing her when she does get excited. Like, she doesn't get upset. The first time I did it, she was upset. Then the second time I did it, I was like, let me just do it when she's not here and she doesn't see. And then when she came home, she noticed. And I was like, okay, that's not the way to teach her. And then the third time it got a little easier. The fourth time it got a little easier. You know, now we're 7 years in. And I've done this since she was young. So the last time we just did it maybe a week ago. You guys, if you follow me on Snap, then you saw it. Because we were purging a lot. We got rid of... She grew out of all of a sudden she just grew. So everything was too small. Like, I'm like, why is everything so small right now? She's no longer in a size 6. She's in a 7-8. She can't fit the size 6, anything, the undies, everything is gone. So there was so much stuff that she had. And, you know, why do we need 2 Barbie houses? What you know, this is stuff. Yeah. So I had started it when she was at school, the clothes part, and I said, okay, I'm going to wait for her to do the toys when she gets home. And I put some stuff to the side that I knew she didn't really mind, and then there was like one big Barbie house that I was like, look, you got to pick one. You don't need both. You barely play with them, so let's pick one. And I thought this was going to be like an argument. I really did.
And she let it go.
And she was like, okay, a little girl would love this house.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, like you know, you've gotten a lot better. And I thought it was great, but what got me was that night when we were praying. Ryder prays every night, and every night, you know, it's a different thing, but it's normally particularly on like what's happening in her life or that day or whatever. And she prayed that the toys would find a new loving home, and that the toys would have a little girl that wanted to decorate the dollhouse.
Oh, nice.
It was just so like intentional of like where the toys were going. And I just thought it was great. So what I did is I asked Isabel. Isabel is Ace's nanny, and she has a church that she goes to. And I asked her, do you want to take any of the clothes or toys to the church? Like, do you know anyone at the church who just had a daughter, or, you know, she takes Ace's stuff, like, you know, and she was like, I have the perfect little girl who would just love all this stuff at the church. And Isabel said she got it, and, you know, she's like, they're so happy, you know? Nice. So I was telling Ryder within the next few days, like they made it, like they got a good home. They got a new little girl, and Ryder was like, okay, what else can we give them? And it made me feel really, I don't know, made me feel good. Like, okay, I'm teaching her how to pay it forward. I'm always
release the material things.
I'm always trying to figure out how in all of this keep her humble when it's a lot. Like, there's a lot that she's thrown into. There's a lot that's in front of her in her environment, especially her school environment. She just sees a lot of materialistic, a lot of fancy things, fancy this, fancy that, fancy this, fancy that. And that's fine. But I still want her to be humble.
Yeah. And you know what? All those distractions, all those material things, all those meaningless. I mean, particularly when you get, I was going to say my age, but it's not about age.
Yeah.
It's really about realization and maturity.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just regular being mature, but being, understanding. I wish I knew. See, right now I'm free. I'm free as a bird. Okay. There is not a material thing that I am attached to. I just don't. And it's not that I don't care. It's not that. But I've come to a realization that I've spent too many years in my life working to pay a car note, to have a certain car, or to buy a certain piece of something.
Yeah.
And that is not, life is so much more.
Yeah.
Okay? It's so much more. I think the only thing that I really value in terms of, sacrifice that I did, I do value the sacrifice that I did in raising you and your sister. That period I think was worth all that I did to get you guys in a good school.
Yeah, like education.
Yes, yeah. Have you in a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
Things like that. But in terms of everything else, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. That's why. But I mean, I'm just now getting this. Mm-hmm. At 64, I'm just now getting it. I wish I got it when I was 40. My life would be so much different. I haven't even tried to give it to you guys because you guys are in the middle of the grind right now.
Yeah.
Okay? And I think there are certain things that you learn in the grind.
Yeah.
I want you going through the grind. Okay? Because it makes you realize, it makes you realize or appreciate this a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Okay? But after a minute, I'm going to start trying to show you guys that all of this, you got to have it to kind of do things. Yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
But don't let it be your world.
Yeah.
Don't let it be your world. So right now, I'm trying to find a place for me and I finally got T to retire.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. Let me tell you what I had to do, though.
What bribe did you give her?
So I've been trying to get my wife to retire for about 3 years now. But she keeps on working for whatever reason. Oh, but we need the health insurance. Okay. I'm done.
Oh, we know, Dad. Okay. You keep telling us.
Yes, I'm done. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And if I, here's the thing. I know that at the end of the day, if I spend everything, okay, first of all, that'd be hard to spend everything. But if I spend it all, I know my kids will take care of me. Okay. I know I'm not going to end up, desolate in some
you're not.
one-room shack or something like that.
No.
So I'm going to go. I did all I can do for them when they were young. I did all I could do.
Yeah.
I sacrificed. Okay.
I think you should go.
I'm gone. So I'm trying to tell T, look, I want to go with you.
I want you to come with me, please.
But if you're going to stay here and work another year, mm-hmm. You're going to be working. I'm going to be gone.
So what did she say?
She said she couldn't handle that.
Aw, T.
She said all she'd have to do is see a picture with some other woman. Baby, I'm not going there to get another woman. I'm just going to see the world.
Yeah. So she's done?
She's done.
So this is her last year?
This is her last year. Yeah. She might be done in a few months.
Where are you going to go first?
It don't even matter.
You're just going to go?
Yeah, don't even matter. Now, instead of going for a week at a time, and getting a hotel or staying in a nice resort or something like that, mm-hmm. I may go to a resort for a couple of days, but I'm going to find an apartment for 30 days.
Yeah, I love that.
Check it out. See it.
Would she sell the house or she'd keep it?
I'm about to make some hella moves. Because she got her house, I got my house. I wouldn't mind leaving a little bit for you guys, but I don't really need to. I mean, look, I'm actually thinking about making a couple moves where I get rid of. See, sitting on equity is a beautiful thing, mm-hmm. but you can't spend equity.
No,
you got to pull the equity out.
Yeah, you got to make your house your bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm about to make my house my bank.
Wow. Can I come? Can you invite us somewhere?
Oh, you know what? If it all works out, you're gonna end up doing the same thing I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And you would probably say, wherever you going, I'm going. Let's go.
I'm down to go.
Yeah. Because all this, let me tell you something. All this making money to pay somebody's bills, to earn, to buy a nice house, to live in a nice car. Oh, shit. Don't waste, don't waste your life. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
It's just, there's
so much more to life.
Yes.
There's
and
so
when you
much
get,
more.
And when you get old like me, and some people never get it. They're older than me and they're still grinding. I have friends that have so much money, so much more money than I do. They're still working. I mean, working every day. Now, I mean, they do nice stuff. You know, they have second homes, they do yachts and all this. But I mean, what shit? Give me the second home. Give me the yacht, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't work every day. I'm not doing this.
I think that that's great. I'm really happy for you guys.
Man, I'm out.
Speaking of being gone, guys, don't forget about our Thailand trip in November. We have a good group going with us. Right. Don't forget about Thailand in November, Dad.
No, I'm already sizing that up. Where when it's time to come back, I'm gonna probably stay and go do Vietnam and Cambodia. And,
wow, can you let us know?
Yeah, I'll let you know. I mean, look, that's part of the thing too, because T wasn't going on the trip.
Is she going now?
Yeah, she's going now.
I heard that, T.
Yeah, well, she was. I was like, look, if you want to still work,
yeah, do you?
Yeah, me and Chey, we going.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. I gotta get my kids in the bed. All right, guys.
So wait, let's talk about Thailand just for a second.
Okay.
I think Thailand's gonna be such a blast.
I do too.
Okay. I'm starting to look at different things that we never first of all, we never spent time in Bangkok.
No, we did Phuket.
Yeah. I'm seeing some stuff that's just
Bangkok seems like it's so much fun.
Yeah. And we got a good crew.
Yeah.
You know, part of our crew. We talked about this.
We talk on once you solidify that you're going on the trip, then we add you to our Thailand group chat, and you know we talk on there. We talk about flights and all type of stuff. Somebody
asked me I don't know if they're on they're not in our little chat box, but they just said, "Hey, look, I really want to go," but they were worried because of all the unrest in the world, primarily what's going on over in Gaza. I think that, that's been the news. Plus, in Ukraine. Let me tell you guys something. This world, from the existence of history, has always been at war. There's always been pockets around this globe that are in conflict. That's always been. The United States has almost always been in conflict from its initiation. Back in 1776.
So don't let that stop you.
Don't let it stop you at all. There was one time we've been at war all with the exception of about 40 years in our whole history. If it wasn't Vietnam, it's Korean War, Spanish-American War, Philippine War, the Cold War with Russia, the Gulf War with Iraq, and we always been at war. Don't worry about it. It's not an issue. Particularly Thailand. Thailand is one of the most traveled places in the world.
Yeah, it is.
And it is a great economy. Okay.
Once you get there, you're going to be like, wow.
Oh, look how far your money goes.
Wow.
I think it's $1 to 38. I think they're called
baht.
Baht. That's it. Yeah.
You're going to be like,
oh, you're rich. You're rich.
I got money over here.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you guys have any questions about Thailand, please feel free to hit us up. We are so excited for Thailand. I cannot tell you. And I really enjoyed our conversation today. I hope that you guys got something from it.
Hey, good seeing you guys. I know I've been absent. I'm going to get back on track. I want to tell you about some of the things that are going on. Me and Chey, I don't know how to do the exit, Chey. You do that.
Thank you guys for listening to Unfiltered Kitchen. We'll be back hopefully next week with the new episode. If not, we're really going to get on a schedule of every 2 weeks because we can hold ourselves accountable to that.
Have fun out there.